Students, today we are going to discuss about another important topic, that is hookworm. Okay, let us see. Hookworms, hookworms are two types, that is Ankylostoma duodenale and Necator americanus. Okay, these two causing ankylo or hookworm infestation. Okay, so these human hookworms are distributed in all tropical and subtropical countries. Adult worm live in the small intestine of man, mostly in jejunum, less often in the duodenum, and rarely in the ileum. If you come to Ankylostoma duodenale morphology, adult worm is small, grayish white and cylindrical in shape. The anterior end is bent dorsally. Anterior end bent to dorsally. Hence the name hookworm. That's why the name hookworm came, because of its shape, that is bent, dorsal bent. Okay, the buccal capsule is provided with 6 teeth. So buccal capsule is there like mouth. Okay, so in that buccal capsule 6 teeth are there. 4 are hook-like in the ventral surface and 2 knob-like on the dorsal surface. Okay. Next is capillary bursa. It is present in male worm for attachment with female during copulation. Copulation is nothing but mating. So, for mating of male with female, the copulatory bursa is helpful. It consists of 3 lobes, 1 dorsal and 2 lateral lobes. Each lobe is supported by chitinous rays. Okay, chitinous rays. There are total 13 chitinous rays. The dorsal lobe contains 3 and the 2 lateral lobes contain 10. Okay, let us see the figure. You can easily understand. See the rays on the posterior surface. Okay, anteriorly there is mouth capsule. Okay, so mouth capsule consisting hook-like ventral teeth. Okay, next knob-like dorsal teeth. Okay, 2. These are 2. Those are 4. Totally 6 teeth are there. Okay, and this is Necator americanus. In this chitinous plates are there. You see chitinous plates and rays on the posterior side. Okay, so this is about the morphology of adult worm. Let us see egg. The egg is oval shape, measuring 65 micrometers in length and 40 micrometers in breadth. It is colorless. Okay, no color is there, and is surrounded by a thin transparent hyaline shell membrane. Ovum is covered by or surrounded by a thin transparent hyaline shell membrane. This ovum contains a this shell membrane contains a segmented ovum with 4 blastomas. Okay, in the ovum there are 4 blastomas are there. There is clear space between the eggshell and the segmented ovum. Okay, the egg floats in saturated salt solution. So see the beautiful picture of egg. So shell membrane, hyaline shell membrane, and 4 blastomas are there. Okay, and then segmented ovum. Okay, 4 segmented ovum, that is blastomeres. Shell membrane is there. That is about egg. Let us see the life cycle. Man is the only definitive host. No intermediate host is required. The eggs containing segmented ova with 4 blastomas are passed out in the feces of infected person. Okay, in the soil, from each egg, a rhabditiform larva hatches out. Okay, in the soil. The rhabditiform larva molts twice and then develops into a filiform larva. Okay, division will be occur. Rhabdiform larva hatches out. Rhabdiform larva molts twice and then develops into a filiform larva. This is the infective stage of the parasite and is capable of penetrating. Okay, here the filariform larva is the infective stage. Okay, keep in your mind. ఓకే. సో దిస్ పెనిట్రేటింగ్ ఇంటూ అన్బ్రోకన్ స్కిన్. ఓకే. ఇదేం చేస్తాయి అంటే మన స్కిన్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటాయి ఈ హుక్ వామ్స్, పెనిట్రేట్ అవుతాయి స్కిన్లో నుంచి. ఓకే. వెన్ ఏ పర్సన్ వాక్స్ బేర్ ఫూటెడ్, అందుకనే మన పెద్దవాళ్ళు చెప్పులు వేసుకొని పొమ్మంటారు. ఎందుకు? ఈ చెప్పులు వేసుకోకుండా మనం పోయినప్పుడు, బేర్ ఫుట్తో మనం వెళ్ళినప్పుడు చెప్పులు లేకుండా, అట్ దట్ టైమ్ దిస్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ హుక్ వామ్స్ విల్ పెనిట్రేట్ ఇంటూ అవర్ స్కిన్. ఓకే. Person walk barefooted on soil containing filariform larvae. They penetrate the skin. On reaching the subcutaneous tissues, the larvae enter into the lymphatic or small venules. Through lymph vascular system, they gain entry into the venous circulation and are carried via right heart into the pulmonary capillaries. Okay, where they break through the capillary walls and thus enter into the alveolar space. From alveoli, the larvae migrate onto the bronchi, trachea and larynx, crawl over the epiglottis to the pharynx and are ultimately swallowed. Okay. During migration or on entering the esophagus, they undergo third molting. Okay. The larvae settle down in the small intestine, undergo a fourth molting and developing into adult worm. On fourth molting, adult worm will be formed. Again in the small intestine, they attach themselves and by their mouth parts. Okay. అండ్ ఇంటెస్టైన్స్కి మౌత్ పార్ట్తో అటాచ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. మేల్ ఫర్టిలైజర్స్ ఫీమేల్ అండ్ ద ఫర్టిలైజ్డ్ ఫీమేల్ బిగిన్స్ టు లే ఎగ్స్ ఇన్ ద ఫీసిస్ and the life cycle is thus repeated. Okay, understand? Very easy life cycle. So in the small intestine of man, eggs in feces come out. So these eggs in the soil, they molt into rhabdiform larvae. Okay, hatch out, and larvae in soil enter into filariform larva. Okay, that is infective stage develops from the soil, and this penetrate the skin if the person is on barefoot. Okay, penetrate into skin. In skin it enter through skin, it enter into circulation. From circulation goes to lung, trachea, larynx, pharynx, swallowed by pharynx and goes to larva, settle down in the small intestine. Okay, in the small intestine it habitate in small intestine. There again it become as adult form and lays eggs and the cycle will repeat. Okay. Pathogenesis and clinical features. Infective agent filariform larva, portal of entry skin. The worm causes hookworm disease in man, characterized mainly by anemia. Main characterization is anemia. Okay. Pathogenic effects may be due to migrating larva or due to adult worm. Okay. Pathogenicity is by migrating larva or by due to adult worm. Okay, migrating larva may cause 3 types of lesions. 3 types of lesions caused by this migrating అంటే సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టంలో నుంచి ట్రెకియా సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టంలో నుంచి పల్మనరీ ట్రంక్ ద్వారా లంగ్స్కి వెళ్ళడము, లంగ్స్ నుంచి ట్రెకియాకు రావడము. సో ఆల్ దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ నోన్ యాజ్ మైగ్రేషన్. ఓకే, సో దీస్ మైగ్రేటింగ్ లార్వా కాజ్ 3 types of lesions where they go. Ankylostoma, dermatitis or ground itch. It occurs at the site of entry. ఓకే, ఎక్కడ ఎంటర్ అవుతుందో అక్కడ డర్మటైటిస్ వస్తుంది. క్రీపింగ్ ఎరప్షన్ ఆర్ క్యూటేనియస్ లార్వా మైగ్రాన్స్. It is a condition in which the filariform larvae wander about the skin and produce a reddish itchy papule along the path traversed by them. ఎక్కడెక్కడైతే పాత్లో పోతూ ఉంటుందో అక్కడంతా రెడ్డిష్ ఇచ్చి ప్యాప్యూల్స్ని ఇది కలుగజేస్తుంది. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ పర్టికులర్లీ సీన్ విత్ filariform larva of animal hookworms. Okay, which are not adapted to man. ఇవి ఎక్కువగా animals hookwormలో చూస్తాము, not in man. Occasionally creeping eruptions may be caused by the larva of Ankylostoma duodenale or Nectaris americanus. Okay, and third, lesions in the lungs, bronchitis and bronchopneumonia may occur when the filariform larvae enter alveolar spaces. Okay, adult worms are responsible for the disease known as hookworm disease. Okay, so adult worm responsible for hookworm disease. This is characterized by మైక్రోసైటిక్ హైపోక్రోమిక్ అనీమియా. ఓకే, సో ఇది ఇంటెస్టైన్స్లో ఉండి దిస్ ఈజ్ కాజింగ్ మైక్రోసైటిక్ హైపోక్రోమిక్ అనీమియా. మైక్రోసైటిక్ అంటే సెల్స్ స్మాల్గా ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, ఆర్బిసి. ఓకే, హైపోక్రోమిక్ మీన్స్ క్రోమిక్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఉంటుంది కదా, అది తక్కువైపోతుంది. ఓకే, సో మైక్రోసైటిక్ హైపోక్రోమిక్ అనీమియా. హుక్వామ్స్ ఇంజెస్ట్ బ్లడ్. హుక్వామ్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయి? ఇంజెస్ట్ బ్లడ్ని తాగేస్తాయి. అడల్ట్ వామ్ ఆఫ్ అంకైలోడియోడినైల్ సక్స్ మోర్ బ్లడ్ దాన్ అడల్ట్ వామ్స్ ఆఫ్ Americanus. Okay, so duodenal sucks more blood in humans. Patient develops epigastric pain, dyspnea, vomiting and diarrhea. The stool becomes reddish or black in color. Symptoms and signs of anemia are present. Let us see clinical manifestations clearly depending upon the lesion, area of lesion. Skin manifestations, ground itch most important. Ground itch. Okay, ఎక్కడెక్కడైతే మట్టి అదంతా పోయి ఉంటుందో అక్కడ అది ఎంటర్ అవుతుందో అక్కడంతా గ్రౌండ్ ఇచ్చింగ్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. అబ్జర్వ్డ్ ఆఫ్టర్ 7 to 10 days, సీన్ అరౌండ్ ఫీట్. ఓకే, ఇంటెన్స్ ఇచ్చింగ్, ఎడిమా, ఎరిథీమా అండ్ ర్యాష్ ఆన్ ఫుడ్. సెకండరీ బ్యాక్టీరియల్ ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ అగ్రవేట్. ఇంటెస్టైనల్ మేనిఫెస్టేషన్స్, లో గ్రేడ్ ఫీవర్, అనీమియా, నాసియా, వామిటింగ్, డయేరియా, అబ్డామినల్ డిస్కంఫర్ట్. Iron deficiency anemia and hypoalbuminemia are the major clinical manifestations. Respiratory manifestations, low grade fever, mild cough, pharyngitis, inflammation of the pharynx, dyspnea, hemoptysis, okay, blood vomiting, and dyspnea may be triggered when worms first break through from venous circulation into alveoli. Okay, pneumonia with pulmonary consolidation, bronchitis. Okay, next, laboratory diagnosis. The diagnosis of hookworm infection consists of direct methods and indirect methods. Direct methods, examination of stool is done to find the adult worm or characteristic hookworm eggs. Direct microscopy of stool or after concentration of the same can be used to detect eggs. Egg of Ankyloduodenal or Americanus cannot be differentiated by morphology. Morphology is the same for both eggs. Thus, specific diagnosis can only made by studying the morphology of adult worm. Morphology చూసి కనుక్కుంటారు. ఓకే, duodenal contents may reveal eggs or adult worm. Duodenal contents reveal చేస్తాయి. ఓకే, indirect methods, blood examination may be carried out to reveal microcytic hypochromic anemia and eosinophilia. Indirect methods ఈ రెండింటిని బట్టి కనుక్కుంటారు. స్టూల్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ మే షో అకల్ట్ బ్లడ్ అండ్ అకల్ట్ బ్లడ్ అంటే బ్లడ్ ఇన్ ద స్టూల్. ఓకే, అండ్ చార్కట్ లేడన్ క్రిస్టల్స్. చార్కట్ లేడన్ క్రిస్టల్స్ ఇన్ ఏ మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ కేసెస్ ఆఫ్ హుక్వామ్. ఓకే, అక్కడ బ్లడ్ అండ్ చార్కట్ లేడన్ క్రిస్టల్స్ ఇన్ మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ కేసెస్ ఆఫ్ హుక్వామ్ డిసీజ్. ఓకే, ట్రీట్మెంట్ antihelminthic drugs are suitable. The anthelminthic drugs are benzimidazoles, that is albendazole 400 mg once in empty stomach, mebendazole 100 mg 2 times for 3 days. Okay, in some cases levamisole and pyrantel pamoate 11 mg per kg for 3 days may be used. Efficacy of single dose treatment for hookworm infection is 72% for albendazole, 15% for mebendazole, 31% for pyrantel pamoate. Okay, World Health Organization does not recommend helminthic treatment in pregnant women after the first trimester. First 3 months allow చేయలేదు. It is also recommended that if the patient also suffer from anemia, that ferrous sulfate, anemia causes ferrous sulfate. For anemia treatment, ferrous sulfate 200 mg be administered 3 times daily at the same time as helminthic treatment. This should be continued until hemoglobin values return to normal, which could take up to 3 months. Okay, albendazole only 3 days, but anemia corrected within 3 months. Hookworm infection can be treated with local cryotherapy when the hookworm is still in the skin. Skinలో ఉంటే క్రయోథెరపీ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, ట్రిపుల్ థెరపీ విత్ albendazole 400 mg, pyrantel Parmoate 200 mg kg and oxentale palmoate 20 mg per kg showed cure rate of 84% when compared with other combinations. So triple combination ani albendazole, pyrantel palmoate, ఆక్సెంటేల్ పామోయేట్ ఈ మూడింటిని కలిపి పర్ కేజీ 200 మెషర్ చేసి పర్ కేజీ ఈ ట్రిపుల్ డోస్ ఇస్తే ఈ ట్రిపుల్ డోస్ ఈజ్ హైలీ క్యూరబుల్ అనమాట. ఓకే, that's all about treatment. Understood all of you? Yes, this treatment already we have seen in previous treatment in the previous class. Okay, prevention and control sanitary disposal of human feces is very essential because the cause is from the feces. Treatment of infected person is very essential. Use of sanitary latrines and use of footwears and health education with improved nutrition supplemented with dietary iron. By all these 4 activities we can prevent and control the hookworm infestation. Okay, understand all of you? That's all about. Thank you girls. If you have any doubts, you please call me and clarify your doubts. Okay.